This presentation deals with electronic patient data, and more specifically with the confidentiality, security, and privacy of the data. Now, throughout the Western world, first world countries, privacy is enshrined by each constitution, and electronic patient data needs to be treated with the same amount of privacy. Now, in terms of IT, information technology, and the waves of adoption, we've gone through 3 waves of adoption: the first wave, second wave, and third wave. And the second wave was the wave in which data was collected throughout any means possible, any application, any device. The web, the internet enabled us to store or collect and then store huge amounts of data. As to the third wave of adoption, is now the processing of that data so that it's meaningful, so that the data becomes information and intuitive and predictive, so that our applications change in the nature from being processing of data, now acting on data. Looking at the slide, we have the first wave, the second wave, and the third wave, adoptions of IT. And as far as the third wave is concerned, we are talking about machine-based analytics. It's all about analyzing the data, which will be done automated, and it's supposed to be predictive so that it becomes intuitive and innovative, so that the data can be used for something. The challenges with healthcare data is quite involved. There's the privacy of the data, security of the data. There are multiple technologies throughout different hospitals, facilities, institutions. And just looking at the medical component, there are major challenges because there are many diseases, hundreds, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of diseases. There can be multiple reasons for a disease. There can be multiple treatments for each disease, and there's multiple medications available to treat each or cure each disease. So, for instance, with a heart attack, you could have 49 different reasons for getting a heart attack, which means there could be probably 49 different treatments for treating a heart attack. And in terms of medication, a case was mentioned in the research literature that I consulted, that a particular medicine had 1,800 different trade names. So if one imagines the complexity of a patient having a disease which could have been caused by 49 different ways, can be treated in different ways, and there's 1,800 different types of the same drug available to cure it or help cure it, the one-on-one relationship is replaced with a many-to-many complex relationship, and this now needs to be digitized. So this creates an extremely complex web of multiple relationships for each medical incident. However, the literature shows that the healthcare industry is ripe for disruption. The third wave is helping this because healthcare organizations are taking advantage of the investments. Analytics will help healthcare practitioners and leaders and vendors pave a common road to provide critical capabilities. Analytics will also help transfer healthcare into data-centric culture, that it's just not data on its own, but information. And mobile technology will play a huge role because the healthcare industry is huge. It is a monster. Billions and billions of dollars and pounds and euro are spent each year on healthcare. There are existing technologies which won't be replaced overnight. In other words, those existing technologies need to be combined and connected to communicate with one another. So mobile technology and the big players like Apple stand in the right position to offer or to disrupt the healthcare industry with their products. Here's a 10-step plan to secure patient data, because no matter how you're going to connect all of the data, it still needs to be secure. So first of all, one needs to clarify each legal obligation in terms of digitization. Is it law? Do you have to do it? What are the rules relating? What does it mean to have private data, secure data? So the legal obligations need to be defined and understood and accepted. You need to provide required leadership, and you need to document everything in the process of engaging with different stakeholders and ensuring the security of the data. You need to conduct a security risk analysis, develop an action plan, manage and mitigate the risks. In seventh position, very important, you need to train the workforce. People need to be trained in the use of these new systems and of the information that these systems are going to provide. Number 8, communicate with patients. It is critical. Patients need to understand what the information is being created for, or stored for, or captured, and how is it going to benefit them. Patients are very reluctant to pass off information which will be for use for other people. They want to know that it's for them and that they will benefit, not just for better health care, but better patient care. In ninth position, update all business agreements you might have with vendors and other stakeholders. And lastly, confirm that the security risk analysis has been met. After you've gone through all of this, it needs to be confirmed that you actually have secure and private data. Here are some references on literature that was consulted in creating this video. And thank you for watching this video.